Hello, welcome. Today we continue the Instagram series. We're going to talk you through some more spots in Glasgow that are good for Instagram locations. Today we're talking about the Merchant City. Merchant City is the spot in Glasgow down as you're coming toward down Argyle Street. If you don't know where Argyle Street is, just look that up because I need to kind of base things off of there, but it's on Argyle Street. And as you get to the end of it, you'll see like sign saying Merchant City, and then you'll know you're there. But if you go a little further in, that's where you'll find some of the locations that we like to use for Instagram, which, how many times do you think we've used them? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, it's one of our more favourite places.
Yeah. First one is, the road's called Hutchison Street. You'll recognise it because at the end of it, it has a big white building that kind of looks like a church, but is actually a former hospital. That's a really nice building. That's been taken by me and loads of other people for many pictures, and it's also a nice backdrop for some of our most favourite pictures of the hoodie and everything. One of our most favourite spots for having that in the backdrop, and then having the nice street, and then having you kind of there with whatever clothing you put on, or even just...
Yeah, I mean, you'll see it in the...
Yeah, we'll put up some pictures of that. UPS man ruined my shot. Off to the side of there, between the Brewdog pub, there's down towards the Trades Hall, which again is another good backdrop. It's a little narrower, it's not as bright, but that's still got some nice pictures. It's got the nice cobbles, it's got the nice buildings, everything's really clean and tidy. And because it's not as centre of town, it's not as busy. So you get a chance to get some shots unless there's a bloody UPS van in the way. You just have to stand there and wait until it goes. Round the corner from there, you have another street, which is good as well if you need like another spot or something a little bit different, because it does some slightly different buildings. That one's called Brunswick Street. It has some very funky benches, which are like little semicircles, little curves.
Like S's.
S's, yeah, that's a better way of saying it. Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, the S benches. So the S benches are really nice for even getting some kind of pose pictures on. And even if there's no one on the benches, just even the shot of those buildings and everything in that road's really nice. And it's another good spot for just the whole kind of downward shot of the whole street. And if you want a fun shot, just have someone jump around on the benches. Health and safety be damned. It's a really nice spot. I don't think we used that one much as the other one. We did get some pictures of that one when we were doing the filming for this out in the street, but I don't think we've done anything in there previously.
No, because all those streets are really similar. They're all cobbled, they're all...
Glasgow buildings.
Yeah, they've all got really nice like architecture and stuff, so they're all very similar. So once you've kind of used one, or you find one that you kind of like,
just stick with it. Yeah. If yours is a little bit different than the other one, you're just not too focused on being the buildings around it and just more on the person, that one may be a little bit better. From there is a mural not a million miles away. It's called the Friends of Glasgow mural, I think. I will put the correct name somewhere. You will. I ain't doing it. You do all the work. That one's really hard to get into. If you like pictures of murals, which I do, that one's impossible to get because it's in a car park. And the car park's always full. So you either have to get there really early in the morning, or some may be quite late at night. There has been some nice pictures that I've seen of there, so I'll try and dig them out for you and put them around the video and stuff just now. Once you go past there, and you're kind of north end of Merchant City, at that point you're bumping into Strathclyde or Strathy, as we would call it. Around there, I've done a lot of work recently, and again, got some really nice streets. One of the first ones that you'll come to is just a road that kind of sweeps up the way. I'll put the name of that in the description as well. It also has a building with the steps that we've used before, you know, the ones that come to like a point.
No, it's a nice architectural spot again, for perspective and stuff.
Yes, and some of the favourite pictures I've ever taken are there. You know, the ones of you in the barcode hoodie. Those ones were really nice. That was one of my favourite shoots we ever did, and that was more, we just kind of stumbled across it. We just kind of kept walking and bumped into it, and we're like, oh cool, it's nice around here. And that was a pretty nice spot to use.
I think it's all very bright and white and
clean.
kind of concretey.
Yeah.
like white concrete.
But it's not dull.
No.
Like, it's not boring or sanitised. It does still have some life to it. There's also some more murals around there as well. There's a whole stretch of them on the roads at Strathclyde University on the access to all the buildings. I've done pictures of them before, they've always done really well. It's also part of the mural trail if you are looking for them. Some of them are very big, like very, very big. Like some of them are just the whole height of a building that's like 10 floors. So bring a wide angle lens if you don't have one. I don't have one and it made it very hard to get a picture of it. The last kind of bit before you run out of city is you've got another mural there, which isn't part of the university, but you got the one of, I think it's St Mungo it's called, one of the women and the baby. She's got the bird there in her arm. As you can see in the video and in the footage that we had, I struggled a little bit to get an angle on that one, again because we're dealing with a car park. But it's a very nice one if you can get a picture, whether it is just for your own, for like a mural collection, or for some other kind of fashion photography and post pictures. Even if while you're up there you're not a million miles from the one that's been done to death, the one that's the man, the bird, or the birdman. I was going to say the man with the birds and I realised he's called the birdman. But you got the birdman up there as well, which I didn't get any footage of, but I've taken plenty of pictures of that before as well, as has everybody else. So those are some very easy spots. Like that's from the whole east side of the city, all the way from Argyle Street all the way up until you get to the university. Once you get to the university, that's you pretty much covered everything inside the city centre anyway. And they're all very close and very reasonable walking distance to each other as well. As long as you don't mind hills. Remember that hill the other day?
Yeah, it is all very hilly.
It is all very hilly. Some wonderful spots around there. There's 5 locations in the east end of the city centre that are very accessible. Very no cost or anything to get to them. Nice and easy to walk around. Great for taking pictures, whether it is for fashion photography, portrait photography, or even just ones for yourself if you like taking kind of city pictures and landscapes and murals. So I'll put all the links and all the links. But I'll make a map in Google Maps with all the pins of where all the different spots are. I'll also put in some other ones that we perhaps didn't film that I have used before. Like once I have a look at the map I'll see them, and I'll put plenty of links in the description anyway. But that's another part of the city done. Join us next time as we do another section. I think we're going to do like the centre part of the city next time.
Yeah, next week's video will be the city centre, like
proper city centre, which always a challenge, but these are some really good spots. Hope you liked them, hope you can use them, and thanks for watching. Bye!